Hey there YouTube, Franshopper here. It is Sunday the 28th of October, and I have an unboxing for you today. Although, actually, this is going to be a re-unboxing since this was already unboxed and set up at the store. Anyway, as you may have guessed, this is the Surface with Windows RT. The version with Windows 8 Pro, of course, is not out yet. But anyway, this is what the box looks like. This is the top. On the bottom here, where my hand is the UPC and serial number stuff. That is the right side. This is the back. So yes, I did just get the 32 gig, since that's probably all I'll need, and if I need more, hey, it's got an SD slot and USB slots. So yes, the memory, or not the memory, but hard drive space in this is indeed expandable rather than upgradable. So Windows Office 2013 is included, the preview. Anyway, the complete edition will be a free update when it's out. And of course, yes, that since this is Windows RT, you can only run apps from the Windows Store. And that's one of the things that made me wait a lot, or a fair bit, before deciding to actually get this, was would I be able to get away with, only just the apps from the Windows Store. There are quite a lot. There are some things that I use that aren't in there, or aren't in there yet, but I dual boot Windows 8 on my MacBook Pro anyway, so if it won't run here, I've got backup right over there. So, this is the top of it, and this is the side. It's kind of dark, but that says 32 gigs and Windows RT. So this thing is actually fairly heavy, or the box is really heavy, the Surface itself is not, so I actually have to set the camera down to pull it out. There were pieces of tape here that of course have already been cut, but I still need to set it down because this is actually a heavy box, and this is actually not the easiest thing to slide out. So I will slide it out. So now that the box is out of the sleeve, this is what the actual box looks like. It's very simple. In fact, I believe there's nothing else but that right there, and of course pull tab to open it up. This lifts up. A nice blue inside, and as you can see from the fingerprints and lack of plastic wrapping, yes, this again was opened before. This is the power adapter, which is rather curious because it looks very, very similar to a old Apple MagSafe adapter. So that's very interesting. This is a touch button for the start with haptic feedback. So I think I'm actually going to have to set the camera down again to get this out. Since the plastic is gone, the pull-up tab is missing. So now that it's up and out, that's what it looks like. There's some Surface documentation there. This is the right side. There is a power port there. USB. One of the speakers, or actually I think that's the display adapter port there. That's the speaker. Front facing camera with in-use indication. There's an ambient light sensor to the side. On the top here we have dual microphones, so stereo mic. That's the power sleep wake lock button. On the back there's the rear camera, which does not have a flash, but it does have an in-use light. There's a pinhole for it there. This is the wireless antenna here. This is the kickstand, which I'll open up later. This is the left side, though it's hard to see. This is a volume rocker here. There is a headphone jack here, and the other speaker there. A little notch here to flip the kickstand out. So let's set the Surface down on what I hope is going to be a steady spot for it. Oh, actually, before I do that, that's the bottom, which is where the cover port is. I decided to not go with a cover because I don't need the keyboard, and they don't just sell a plain old cover for it right now. So this is really just mainly packaging material. This is actually a very huge box for a not so huge device. Let's hold on for a second here. There we go. So there we go. So we have Windows 8 Pro and Windows RT. I guess this is a manual for Surface. Let's see, it looks like a bunch of warnings, some cleaning instructions and whatnot. Regulatory information. This is all the legal crap, so that's nothing exciting. So this is what I guess is basically the manual for Surface. All the buttons and ports, all that good stuff. Also looks like microSD is behind the kickstand. Interesting. I actually never even noticed that. Now we know. So setting up the hardware, if you want to put the cover in, it really just clicks right in. It's a very strong magnet indeed. You do have to give it a good pull to get it to come off. So that's all there is to that. This, I don't know if they just included in the bag or if this was in here at one point. Welcome to Windows 8. So if you want to read, go ahead and pause. Yeah, so it looks like there are some bonus thingies in here, so let's cover what I haven't already shown. So it's a SkyDrive, or Skype code for 1 month of unlimited calls, 3 extra gigs to SkyDrive, and I think there's a subscription to something for Nook there. So that is all that. So I guess I'll take the power adapter out now since I'll need it at some point. Lovely Windows RT sticker on there. So, oh, wow, this really takes a good pop out. So that is the charger. So I'm going to set the camera down for a sec here to get the box out of the way and turn on the Surface. So as promised, take the kickstand out. Here's the notch. literally just give it a flick and it pulls out. It's too dark to see, but in there is Windows RT and the size of the device. So let me set this down so I can point the Surface itself down. Now, let's go ahead and turn it on. So since I have, again, already set this up and I've been using Windows 8 on my MacBook Pro, it's synced some of my settings here. So drag up to unlock. I have a pin set up to unlock it, so we'll do that. And so there is the start menu. I've already started messing around with it a little bit. It looks like my apps from the store have finally carried over. So one curious thing that surprised me is, lo and behold, you do actually have the desktop in Windows RT. For the longest time that was not going to be the case, so that really surprised me. If you didn't know that RT has it, now you know. So there you have it. That is unboxing a Surface with Windows RT. That's it.